Guys, how you doing? In this video I want to talk to you a little bit about the easy way of starting a business. Any business that you have in your mind that you want to start. You've got to have a plan. People always talk about business plans. I'm not really a business plan type of guy. I don't really write a whole entire list out and plan everything in great detail like that. But what I do, I break down all the steps that I have to do, like rough steps. You know, you're not going to know the exact steps from the get-go, but I make a list of the rough steps that I have to achieve. So, say for example, you want to start a YouTube channel. So, number one, you want to put at the top of your list. Number one, have a camera. So you might already have a phone. So, right, job done. Tick that one off. Number two, you got to make a video. So, go out, film a video, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Put that on step number two. So then, step number three, you got to edit it. So, write that on the list. Step number three, edit. Then, once you've edited it, you got to upload it. So, put that on the list. Upload. And just keep putting as many things on that list as what you can think of that you might need to sort of know in order to make whatever business it is that you want to do work. Then, start at the top of the list. Number one. So, get a camera, make sure you've got a phone, whatever. Get your camera, get your phone, whatever it is that you're going to film on. Make sure you're sorted, make sure it's all set up so you can film. Tick it off, done. Step number two, now you've got to film something. So, go out and film something, doesn't matter what, anything. Just talk to the camera, go out and do something, go out and just film a town or a city, whatever. Just do something, put that in the list, tick it off, done. Next, move on to step number three. Well, I'm not going to keep going on, guys, because it's probably boring and it doesn't really matter what business you're starting. You're going to have a different set of lists. But the thing is, you've got to break it down as a step-by-step thing. Only think of step number one. Forget all the rest of the steps down there. All that stuff you can learn later on. It's just going to become overwhelming. You're going to look at all this stuff. You're going to think, oh no, oh God, where do I start? Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Ah. And your brain's going to just be like, boom. And you're not going to be able to take anything in. So you have to break it down every step by step by step by step. And do a step at a time. When you're on step one, don't overthink it. Don't start thinking of step two, step three, step four. Forget about all that. Just think of step number one and step number one only. Don't think of anything else and just work on learning that step. And it's going to take you some learning. You've got Google, you've got YouTube, you've got books. There's so many different ways that you can use to learn whatever it is that you have to learn so that you can just concentrate all your energy on that one step. Once you've done the step, you don't have to get it perfect, by the way, guys. A lot of people think they've got to get everything perfect first attempt, and that is a big misconception. Look at Apple, for example. How many iPhones have they made? They're like on number 10 now. If they would have got their first iPhone perfect, we would still be on iPhone 1 now. So don't ever worry about being perfect. Make it as good as you can in sort of like a reasonable time frame, but don't overthink about it. You haven't got to perfectly tweak it. The idea is just to do it. You learn by doing. So the more you do it, the more times you can do it, the more times you can repeat it, the more times you can do it, the more you're going to learn, and the better and better and better you'll naturally get. So don't overthink about this step, guys. Don't just think it's got to be perfect and then give up on your idea because it's not perfect, and you start procrastinating, and then you don't do anything. Putting something out that's halfway good is better than not putting anything out at all. So just don't worry about that, guys. Just get on with it. That's the main thing you have to do when you start a business. You just take action. Take action. Step number one. Bang, bang, bang. Keep doing that until you've nailed it. Once you've done it, now you know. Now that's in your brain. Now you know how to do it. Now you can go to step number two, and you can now think about what you're going to do about step number two. Learn everything you need to learn about step number two. As you're learning, take action as you're learning. Don't try and learn the whole steps in a row, guys. It's too much to take in. For example, I'm going to reference to my eBay course. If you're trying to start an eBay business, for example, start right at the top. What do you need first? You need an eBay account. So go on eBay, set up an account. Step number two, any business, you've got to be legal. You've got to set it up as a business, or you've got to register your own personal name as a business. You're going to have to go down and see an accountant. It's not worth doing it yourself. I've done it myself before, guys. It's not worth the hassle. Your head's just going to go boom. And it's just more and more to take in. It's easier just to pay somebody else to do it. So step number 2, go and see an accountant. Get them to set up your company name. Get all your taxes in order. Make everything legal. It doesn't even cost much, guys. It doesn't cost much at all. If that's too much money for you to be able to pay an accountant like £100 or £200 or dollars to get this thing set up for you, then you probably haven't really got any place in business, guys. You know, when you run a business, you have to put some money into your business in order to get some money out later on. So you've got all that in order. Step number 2, you got to start finding some products. So now you just learn about step number 2. Focus all your energy on finding products. Don't go to step number 4. Don't even worry about listing the products. Don't worry about photographs. Don't worry about descriptions. Just worry about getting the right product. So stay on that step until you've completed it. Once that step's complete, tick it off the list, move on to step number 4. So I hope you get the gist, guys. You know, a lot of people I see, they buy my eBay course and first of all, they start looking through the whole course, which is fair enough. You know, that's probably the way that I would recommend it first, is actually start at the top and sort of have a quick overview. You know, same as if you want to start a YouTube channel. Watch some videos online, see what's going on, get a quick overview of what's required to do that business. Then, rather than trying to learn the whole bleeding lot in one go, your head won't absorb it all. You won't. You absorb things by doing things. You know, you can look at it, you can follow through, you're going to get a few little things, but you're going to forget. You're going to get to tomorrow and it's forgotten about. You know, that's why I think schools and college are pretty much a waste of time. Because all you do is just take in all this information and you never use any of it. And for the most part, it's just a waste of time. You're filling up your brain with all useless information. You're much better just to go out there, get a job in the field it is that you want to learn in. And you learn by doing. You learn by doing the actual task, what it is that you want to learn. Saying you want to become a welder, for example. You can buy all the books, you can look at all the stuff online, you can do all the courses you like, you can go to all the college lectures, university lectures, you can do all of that stuff. If you're not actually doing it, you're not going to learn. So yeah, read your book, but guys, take action step by step as you go along. You have to do it that way. If you don't do it that way, you're not going to succeed. You won't ever succeed. You can read all the books you want. You can watch all the videos you want. You can take all the courses you want. You will not succeed if you don't take action. Step at a time, guys. Trust me on this one. Exactly the same as when I'm going to build my monster truck. If I think of the whole, every little thing, it's mind-blowing. I've got to think about wiring, engine, hydraulics, fueling. I've got to think about getting a lorry, converting the trailer, making the truck fit in there. I've got to get all the legal stuff out of the way. I've got to polish up on my lorry driving, my truck driving. I've got to find a unit, a yard somewhere that's more suitable for having all this stuff everywhere. I've got to get in contact with people that run the shows. I've got to get in contact with people that sell the parts. I've got to learn how to drive it. Guys, if I try and take all of that in one go, it's going to be boom, I won't even bother. It's too much. So I've got to break it down. What have I got to do? Number 1, I've got to get a list of people together of like where I'm going to get all the parts from. You know, so I need a chassis. So I know I want to get my chassis from, say, CRD, which is where I got my chassis from. So I put that on the list, get chassis. Number 2 on the list, I've got to get axles. Number 3, you know, at the top of the list is probably going to be I've got to get the money. So number 1, I've got to find the money. There's no point of thinking about overthinking all this stuff if you're not even on number 1 yet. If you're not even on step 1 yet, why are you thinking of step number 10? You're not even there yet. You're just filling your brain up and just making it so much more impossible, so much more difficult for you to learn, guys. You know. So I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. I know I've been repeating myself over and over and over, and I do know when you're learning, you have to keep hearing the same things over and over and over, or it doesn't go in. You know, your whole life you've been surrounding yourself by people that have been feeding stuff into your brain what's non-business related. You know, what just the average person thinks, how the average mindset works. And all your life that's been being pounded in, hammered in, all your life. So when you want to get out of that way of living your life and you want to get into the life of working for yourself, you're going to have to change the way that you think. You're going to have to think things differently. You're going to have to problem solve things differently. You're going to have to pretty much forget everything that you've learned in life, and you're going to have to start again. And with the right guidance, guys, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I've been working for myself for I've been trying for 10 years, and I've started to make it work for 4 years. So it does take a lot of work, it does take a lot of dedication, and I wish I would have had somebody to help me when I first started. There's so many of these make money things online. There's so many scams around. There's so much out there that just people just want to rip you off and try and suck money out of you, and you're just buying into all these courses and books and stuff and videos, and none of it's actually any help. So this is why everything that I teach from what I have learned and from what I have learned that works. I only share with you in my videos and in my courses things that I know work for me, and I know that are going to work for other people. I cut all that BS out. All that BS doesn't help anybody. You know, it helps the person obviously trying, you know, if someone's trying to sell a make money scheme, scam thing or whatever it is, that's all he's trying to get out of it. I'm actually trying to teach you guys true value. I'll just teach you what comes out of my head. There's no script anywhere. Look guys, if you don't believe me, there's no script. There's no script anywhere. There's no teleprompter. There's nothing on this camera. You know, let me show. There's not even a mirror, so I can't even show you. Yeah, look, you can probably see in this TV here, look. There's no teleprompter on this camera. Everything I tell you guys comes from the heart. It comes out of the head, as I say it, as if I was talking to a real person sat in front of me. There's no BS for me. It is what it is, guys. So if you like what you see, guys, subscribe to this channel. Give me a note in the comments. You know, is there something that you want to learn and you don't know where to start, you know, leave a note in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. It's been long enough now. 11 bleeding minutes. It's only supposed to be a 2-minute video again. So, guys, take action. Do it step by step. Don't overthink about it. Just complete step 1 until you know, once you've completed step 1, move on to step 2. Alright, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified. See you soon, guys. Bye.